Hey you! Yes, you! Have you been trying to level up your hunter's call and can't seem to stop catching splash tails? Well, let me introduce you to Mermaids Hideaway, the one-stop shop for all things. Sorry about that, guys, just had some technical difficulties there, but anyways, ahoy pirates and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be talking about the best way to level up your hunter's call based on what I've found playing Sea of Thieves over the years. I know fishing can be repetitive and boring, especially when you're not always guaranteed a good catch, but I found a bit of a loophole that some of you may or may not be familiar with, which is Mermaids Hideaway. Let me explain. So Mermaids Hideaway has a small body of water in the center island where you can only catch pondies because they can actually only be caught from little ponds like this on all islands across the seas and not from the regular ocean. Pondies actually give you the same amount of gold as splash tails, if not more depending on the rarity, but you can catch them much faster with only one cast and without any bait whatsoever, just by using this pond at Mermaids Hideaway. So in theory you could just sit here and keep fishing for as long as you want, getting tons and tons of pondies, but I'll show you the best method to do so. So first things first, you're going to want to buy a storage crate from the Merchant Alliance post, or look for one across the seas if you can't afford it. It will just come in handy when you're at the pond at Mermaids Hideaway, just so you don't have to run back and forth from your ship. Once you get your storage crate and put it on your ship, the next step is to plan out your route to Mermaids Hideaway and set sail. But depending on whatever outpost you spawn at, it may take a minute to get there and it's kinda boring, so I'll just throw some smooth jazz over this. Once you arrive at Mermaids Hideaway, simply park your ship, preferably with the sails up, close to the island so you'll be harder to spot by other players, and they'll most likely stay out of your way too. Then bring your storage crate with you to the island and start fishing away. The only things I'd keep in mind is that skeletons can still spawn, of course, and there's always the possibility of another ship showing up. So just keep an eye out and act accordingly. When you feel as though you've caught enough fish for one day, head over to your ship and start cooking them up, which is probably going to take you a while, but is worth it in the long run because you'll make the most gold and reputation from doing this. I'm sure most, if not all of you, have cooked something by now, but just wait for the fish to turn into a golden brown color and then take it off the grill. Once you have all your fish cooked up and ready to go, you'll want to find the nearest sea post where you can sell all of your hard-earned pondies, which would be the North Star Sea Post or the Finest Trading Post. Both are almost equidistant from Mermaids Hideaway, so it's up to you, but I ended up going with the Finest Trading Post myself. When you make it to your sea post of choice, grab your storage crate and simply sell it all away. You won't make too much money from this, but hopefully you'll see some growth in your hunter's call reputation. One last note for those not willing to spend this much time on their hunter's call, I'd recommend saving mermaid gems from voyages and selling them at these sea posts since you can sell them practically anywhere, which will boost your ranking without having to catch any fish. Anyways, I hope this video was helpful to you guys and I've got more coming soon. So if you could leave a like or even subscribe, it would really mean a lot to me.